Hi everyone and happy Tuesday. I thought that we would take it on the road again today to be somewhere in Floyd County and kind of revisit some of the areas that we've been to because a lot of them we saw this spring and see if they're any different in the fall, and especially after our light little dusting of snow that we've had. So today we are back at Mathers Woods, which is just southeast of Norris Springs. And I don't remember exactly when we last visited here, but I remember it was a much warmer day and there were some spring wildflowers blooming. So let's take a look today at what we have. So today in the woods it looks a little bit different. You can notice that although the snow has melted on the roads and in a lot of our yards, here in the woods where it's a little bit more shaded, even without the leaves on the trees, there's not a lot of sun getting down through, and we've got that dusting of snow still covering the ground. All of the spring wildflowers that we would have looked at earlier this year, they're all underground with all their energy stored up, waiting to come back and show off their colors again in 2021. So we'll just take a little hike through the woods. This time of year, we have to take advantage of whatever nice weather and whatever nice weather means. And so I thought we'd take a little hike today. It's pretty quiet in the woods, except for the crunching of my feet on the leaves. I did see some squirrels that were running around when I first pulled in, but there were some woodpeckers chattering, but otherwise it's pretty quiet. You can see most of the leaves have fallen from the trees. All those strong winds we had pretty much knocked all of those down. And I really don't see even very many animal tracks along the trails. So as I'm tucked down into the woods, it's really not that bad. There's not much breeze. So the sun is kind of warm as it's hitting me. I think on my vehicle before I got out, I think it said 32 degrees. So definitely not the warm weather that we've had, but once again, it is the end of October, and we all know that winter is coming, so it's just time to dig out the gloves, mittens, hats, and snow pants for the season. So as I said, even though we were able to visit all of our 33 areas, while the weather is still nice, we might go and revisit some of them. You can see some of the updates that have happened since our first visit, and also see what they look like during the different seasons. It can kind of be your socially distanced hike, and especially being able to do it from the comfort of your home and the warmth on some of those cold days. So Floyd County Conservation's newsletter is at the printer, so stay tuned for editions of that to being sent out. I did add some winter programs, and a lot of those are going to be available not only in person, but also with a Zoom link. So we'll get together and share nature in whatever form that takes. So we'll make that another one of my pandemic positives. I'm really kind of surprised as we take a little view. So this is now facing north because the Mathers Woods property runs kind of east and west down to the river. And I haven't really seen any deer running in the distance. Didn't know if I would kick any up even on that other side as they were bedded down, taking advantage of the sun. This weekend, pheasant season opener will be taking place, so you'll see lots of orange roaming around in the fields. Right now, deer archery season's open, and the shotgun will open as we get into December. So. If it wasn't for the temperatures, this would be a nice day for a walk. It's always fun, I think, to hear the crunch of leaves underneath your feet, although it's slightly muffled by the crunch of the snow, too. So, as I looked at the ponds at the Fossil and Prairie Park this morning, there was a thin little layer of ice on them, so must have been a very cold evening. Nice to see everyone joining me on the hike. Unfortunately, I obviously didn't send the memo to any wildlife, so other than the occasional leaf that's falling and the sound of the wind, that might be all that we see. We'll go back here. Mathers Woods actually connects with the Shell Rock River. So we'll walk back to the top of the hill as we can see down over the river corridor. A little bit more snow here in the woods than there is out on the prairie. It's interesting to see the difference between the two different habitat types. We are almost to the river. You can see the evergreens have now shaded us. There's a lot more snow that's crunching underfoot. Hope all the squirrels have hidden all their acorns securely for the winter season. Seems like there's a lot of scratch marks in the leaves from the squirrels running around. And here we are. So down below would be the Shell Rock River. Usually when I come out here, it's a big sea of blue down below with the bluebells. And even the river itself is kind of difficult to see as our water levels are down, but it's a pretty nice view across the valley, I'd say. So hope you all enjoyed our fall edition of the hike here at Mathers Woods. And I will see you again from somewhere in Floyd County as we go into the fall and early winter stages of 2020. Who knows what's coming up next? If you get a chance to get outside, please do. As always, make sure to bundle up because it's definitely getting colder out there. And I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.